Hello?
Hello there. I was wanting to speak to Mr. Rene Gauthier, please.
How's it going?
I'm good. Is that Rene?
Yes.
Excellent. Do you mind if I call you Rene, or would you like me to call you Mr. Gauthier?
Oh, you can call me Renee. Who am I speaking
Oh,
with?
perfect. Thank you. My name is Paul Cuthell. I'm a corporate security manager with WorkSafe BC. How are you doing this morning?
I'm alright, man.
Excellent. Excellent. Do you have a few minutes to chat?
I guess.
Okay, I don't want to inconvenience you. I know it's a little bit early in the morning, and I just thought I'd cold call you, see how you were.
Well, I'm kind of curious. You said you're from like some security department from WorkSafe BC?
Yes, corporate security. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Okay. So the reason I'm phoning is because I've had some voice recordings sent to me that were posted online with regards to some recent interactions you've had with some of our staff. And I'd just like to talk to you about the elements within that and kind of the rationale for posting it. But before we go any further, I must I must explain to you that this call is being recorded, and all calls to corporate security are recorded. You okay with that?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So the reason I'm concerned is when I listen to the voice recordings, and I know that you posted an apology online, I got the impression that when you spoke to our staff member,
Shannon.
that you maybe, when you were talking to our staff member, that you were trying to provoke a bit of a response out of them during the conversation.
Do you have an example?
Well, the conversation that you had, just the way you were speaking with her, and I know that afterwards
No,
you apologized for
I
the way in which you spoke with her.
excuse me.
Yeah, sorry.
Do you have an
Yeah,
example?
sorry, go on. Not to hand,
Oh,
no.
okay. Because quite frankly, I believe Shannon was very quick to by saying, and here's some examples. By saying that this process is going to take really long. Are you sure you want to go through it? And I'm the victim, which seems kind of odd and not very helpful, for one. Two, she started talking about how I was asking about, will she review some of my evidence, and she was shaky. And she seemed very defensive, where not very helpful to like my side of the story of being a victim, and more like she was trying to cover of like not helping. Like it just seemed like she was very defensive, and I had questions, and if you don't have an example of me, and you're making a pretty serious claim, like I'm trying to provoke, like how am I trying to provoke? Asking questions and me being wrongfully terminated by the person that's being dealt with my case. And also, as you just brought up, that I feel that she was flustered in some sort of way, and I feel that she didn't quite properly do her job to like the utmost, and she could have done better. Maybe I could have done better, and I felt that maybe she might have been a little bit uncomfortable. But yeah, I did apologize and say that I didn't mean anything by it. Like,
So sorry, just to clarify, what did you have to apologize for?
because I
What
felt
did you
that,
do in the phone call?
well, because I felt that she was acting and reacting in some like sort of like an unprofessional way. And it's obviously clear, if you don't have any examples on your serious claims, that just proves my point.
So sorry, Rennie, let me just go back to the comment that you make. You felt that she was acting in an unprofessional manner, but you apologized for that because I'm assuming you felt that your behavior was as such that was causing her to react like this. So my point is, because obviously I've looked online and I've listened to the voice recording, and it seemed that there was a little bit of a communication breakdown, and I could hear you were getting frustrated. But you did apologize, and you posted with the line saying, I'm sorry for, I was having a kind of a bad day. So my question
I
is,
didn't say that.
what did you do? What did you do in the phone call that caused you to have to post the conversation and then apologize to her? I just want to clarify that. Sorry, I know you mentioned that, and I just wanted to get kind of dial that down a little bit, if we could. And I appreciate you being open and honest with me about this.
Okay, but sir, if you don't have any actual assumptions, and if this is going to relate to you guys not properly dealing with my case and the people that have wrongfully terminated me, and now you're gonna pull this up, and now you're under pressure, maybe you should review that conversation again and get back to me about any actual evidence on what you're saying, because right now it seems to be bogus assumptions, and maybe everyone should try to do better, I guess, right?
Well, I think let's not have our conversation become unreasonable, because I'm just trying to find
That's
out.
not my intention, sir.
You said to me in this phone call that you felt your behavior had caused my colleague to act, as you said, maybe defensively or unprofessionally, and then you posted online.
That's not what I said. I didn't say my behavior, sir. Stop putting words in my mouth.
You did earlier on.
I said that I noticed that she was. I noticed.
Okay, so I'm
from
asking,
her.
What did you need to apologize for?
I know because I'm a nice guy, and I noticed that her unprofessionalism and her reaction from my questions flustered her. I didn't do anything wrong, and I'm a nice guy and apologized because I was expecting some kind of a reaction like this phone call right here and what's happening to me, sir. And if you can't have any actual evidence or examples before calling me on what I did, when I already gave one to you, and I have more, which I will post online with this conversation. This is hilarious.
No, this is...
So you guys are not going to deal with my case now?
You know what I'm going to do, Rennie, what I am going to do is I'm just going to move past this point, because I'm not quite understanding. If you've explained to me that you didn't do anything, you didn't say anything.
Well, you can't tell me what I did wrong.
Okay, but I'm asking because you've said it online, you've posted online that you want to apologize because of your behavior during the call. You wrote it down there because
we already discussed. That's not what I said.
So I'm asking.
Okay,
Rennie, I'm not going to
my behavior,
because obviously
to answer your question, my behavior was not inappropriate, sir. And you can't even give me an example. So what is this phone call even about, sir?
Well, the reason I'm phoning is because what I'm trying to establish, so one of the things that we try to develop is an element of trust. So when
you're trying to cancel my claim,
having a conversation with what I'm going to do is I'm going to review the call.
Good.
I just want to have a general conversation with you, Renee. So before I forget, because I'm going to end this call now, because I just feel it's not going the way that I feel it should.
Well, why? Because you're getting flustered too, sir. I just said that I'm a nice guy, and I said that this is hilarious, right? So like I'm not the one that's flustered. You're making these accusations, and you don't even have any examples. And I've already given you an example of her unprofessional behavior.
Again, as I've said to you before, when we had this conversation at the start, you said that you felt you wanted to apologize because of the way you acted that caused my colleague to be defensive. I'm asking you what you had to apologize for, and you just keep skirting around that.
No, I'm not, sir.
So I'm going to get back to you. But I would like to say we're having a conversation with my colleague next week. You're having a conversation. Corporate security is going to be a part of that conversation. We'll be monitoring the call and recording it, just so you're aware of that.
Well, that's good.
Okay? Excellent. No, just want to make sure you're aware of that. So
that's awesome.
What I'm going to do is I am going to go through and I'm going to read through some of the calls. However, what I might consider is that if we're not going to be productive, we may move forward with, we won't have phone call conversation. We might just go to written communication, because then at least there's no kind of misinterpretation. I think that would work very well.
Well, that doesn't work well. That doesn't work well for my situation and being homeless, and under my circumstances, that actually hinders me. So, in person or
are you homeless?
Because I've been wrongfully.
Okay. Where are you staying at the moment?
On the streets, because I've been wrongfully terminated.
Okay, so I'm just looking at the claim. So the PO Box 8704, we can't use that?
I haven't been able to get to my mailbox because I'm homeless and on the street, sir.
Okay, so sorry, just to clarify. clarify, we can't use the address that you have listed on here, just so I can update.
And just to make a note for the internet in public, I'm seeing zero compassion from my statement and my hard life from this gentleman right now.
Okay, thank you. So I just wanted to clarify, I was looking at some of the details of the event that took place.
Just to clarify,
are you willing to talk to me about that?
That written does not work for me, and over the phone and in person is the only way that works, for the record.
Okay, that's fine.
All
absolutely, right. I am listening, and
cool.
Obviously this is recorded, and
thank you.
I get from the statement you just made is that this recording is going to be published online, which is obviously your choice.
Well, I have
to,
the
sir. Communication side of things electronically is good.
Sir, I have to.
You don't have to. You choose to.
No,
you choose to. That's the difference.
Sir,
there's a difference. You don't have to do
that. Sir, I'm being attacked, and the only way I'm covering my butt and to not have my life be even worse than what it is now, and it's pretty shitty, is I have to record everything, sir. It's for my protection. Just like you're recording it.
I support you recording this.
I mean,
no, I think you should.
I mean,
recording everything is excellent, but publishing it online is a choice that you make, and is not a reasonable or necessary step. That's
sir,
something you choose to do. But I quite agree that you should record this. Absolutely.
You have a job, right? WorkSafe BC. I'm sure you have family and friends. I don't have any of that. I don't have anyone, so I have to post it online, sir.
I don't understand the correlation. Can you explain that to me?
So,
what?
Why
posting it online if you're on your own?
So I wouldn't have to post it online if I had family or friends or a job and coworkers that I could talk to and discuss and share. But I don't have any of that, sir. The only thing I have is the internet because I'm by myself on the street. And it's the only way that I can back things up and protect myself because storage, USB storage, is expensive. And I don't have the money, but Twitter is free online, and cell phones are really expensive, and you only have a certain amount of storage on your phone, and videos take up a lot of space. So I upload them on the internet, and I delete them off my phone, because a lot is happening to me, sir.
Oh, I see.
So it's actually, so it's actually not it's not that I want to, it's that I have to, sir, now that you understand. My life is that shitty.
Okay. So what I would like to ask, moving forward, that if when do you have a conversation with my colleagues? Because I'd like to hope. The only reason I've become involved is if I feel there's been a bit of a communication breakdown. I don't really like to become involved too much because I just want you to progress.
I understand.
I mean, just looking at some of the details of your claim, it looks like you've had. I mean, it sounds very interesting, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about that. But that's entirely your choice. The part of it is that when you do have a conversation with our colleagues, I think it's a sign of respect to say to them, I am recording this call, and my intention is to publish this online. Because it's kind of a mutual, I mean, that's what I did with you, and if you're going to continue to do this, which I think you are, which now you've explained it, I can understand that, we should have that kind of mutual understanding. Are you prepared to tell me a little bit about what happened with you? Is that something you'd like to discuss? Because it looks very interesting.
Hey man, how about you said that you're going to call me back next week, right? Or you're going to be on the phone, and I'm going to have like an hour and a half phone call. You said that you're going to review the conversation that I had with Shannon, right? I'm going to do that too, since I've already provided one point. I'm going to have a couple other points that I thought of, but it's my accuracy isn't on point right now because I wasn't expecting this phone call. How about we touch base next week, since now we both know each other and we're both on the same page. And I don't mean any hard feelings, my friend. I'm not someone that tries to go out of my way to give someone a bad day or nothing like that. It's just my life is not easy, sir. I'm doing the best I can.
Okay, I get that, and we'll obviously be in touch next week. And I hope that we kind of move things forward in a productive manner.
Tell your bosses not to be hard on Shannon, and this isn't like no hard feelings. I mean, everyone has a job to do. We're all human, so I didn't take any hard feelings from it. So Yeah, give everyone a break.
Okay. No, that you know, that's very kind of you. And of course, the apology that you put with the recording when you posted up there, I forwarded that to my colleague just so they're aware of it, and they do appreciate that. And like I said, I'm hoping that the next time you guys meet, and I mean, obviously I'll be there and I'll be listening, and I can probably get a bit of an overview of what's going on. I think it'll be a lot more productive. And
100%, sir.
like I said, I think it's just a sign of respect to say that, you know, when you, as soon as that call starts, you make mention to my colleague, okay, just so you know, this is being recorded and I am going to publish this online. The explanation that you've kind of given, I'm a big advocate of being very private, and I don't think it should be disclosed online, but the reason that you've given seems reasonable, and if that's the circumstance, then
I used
we'll have to just manage that moving forwards.
I used to be private too, dude, but I'm under my crappy life and what has happened. I'm forced to not be private, so I'm I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. But the part of it is, I mean, if you're going to have the conversations, that's fine. Clearly, it didn't go well last time. You know, that's why I've become involved. And you know, with the apology that you posted, I think, okay, well, clearly it wasn't a great interaction. So I'm hoping that the next one will be fantastic. We can move forward and we can really help you with your claim. Rene, I'm going to leave you to it, and we'll be in touch next week. Okay?
I like you, man. You're a tough cookie.
Okay. All right. You take care.
Later, dude.
Bye bye.